Ric Flair's having his supposedly last match. It's like the multiverse of wrestling cards.
You know, Undertaker retires. Now I heard this news recently that Vince McMahon is taking the retirement road, and now officially Ric Flair. Like, these are three icons in that genre. Gone. Childhood gone.
Yeah.
They're gonna retire at some point, guys.
I don't want them to.
That's true.
People get old.
It hurts. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ric Flair's old. He probably should retire.
All right, well, we're back. BackSpace Nerdz. Myself, Anthony Pizarro, Sandy Kirkman, Bobby Torres, and we haven't seen each other in a little while. We haven't been on here for a little while, so we're back. We're doing it all over again. We're moving in this direction and that direction, as Sandy said, and making fun of Bobby. But we come together in this forum to be nerds and to be backspace and whatever that means. We're going to go on with some discussions about stuff that we're going to do. Let's get right to it.
I was like telling Anthony about this episode. I kind of wanted to call it the Croppot. Just a bunch of stuff, you know, we haven't seen each other for such a long time. I wanted to talk about, you know, whether we're going to Terrificon, whether we're going to MICC, what can people anticipate, what Anthony's been doing, some of his exciting stuff, what Bobby's been up to. I heard it's a new job, and what I've been up to. So that's pretty much what we're going to do for this episode. One thing I do want to bring out, our last episode, one of the artists who's going to be in Terrificon, in the Artist Alley, actually comment on our episode. I thought it was pretty cool. Emilio Velez.
I was like, Emilio! Emilio!
And he's actually going to be in the Artist Alley. If anyone wants to check him out, his name is Emilio Velez. He said that this is an awesome walkthrough and review. Are you going to be at this year's Terrificon? If so, look for me at Artist Alley, table E1, E for Echo 1. Have my own comic book series. That's really cool. An artist that we haven't heard before, and we'll check out your work, Emilio. Thank you so much for commenting on our episode. Yeah, that's like much appreciated. Cool. We're like nobodies, as Anthony always like to point out. Nobodies. So this year, Terrificon, are we going?
We're nobodies.
For nothing. Maybe we should. I mean, it's a drive. It's not, you know, I can safely get you there, right? Tickets are still available. Maybe we should do a quick visit. You know, we can drive over there early morning, you know, do the same thing. You know what? That episode, the Terrificon episode, was a really good episode. And we got some real positive feedback for the individuals who did watch it and did tell us about it. Hence this recent comment. And that's almost a year ago.
When is Terrificon exactly?
Next weekend.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, next weekend, August.
Wow.
I know, it's tight.
end of July. So I am also starting my new job.
So I'm wearing, you know, my superhero shirt in honor of the San Diego ComicCon. That's great news that's come from there. You know, just a lot of little things and announcements that, you know, I've come across. Ric Flair's having his supposedly last match. It's like the multiverse of wrestling cards. It's got everybody in there, and I mean everybody, including the WWE. So it's probably the first time that you'll see a wrestling card that has every single, like an individual representing every organization in the card. They have AEW, they have Impact Wrestling, like a lot of Impact matches. They have AAA, they have MLW, they have New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they have Jeff Jarrett, who represents WWE. He's going to be wrestling against Ric Flair. So
that is insane.
So it's an insane card, and it's Ric Flair's last match.
And it starts right now.
You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now. What happened to then?
We passed that.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
What is going on in wrestling, man? The Undertaker retires. Now I heard this news recently that Vince McMahon is taking the retirement road, and now officially Ric Flair. Like, these are three icons in that genre. Gone. Childhood gone.
Yeah.
They're gonna retire at some point, guys.
I don't want them to.
That's true. That's
People
true.
get old.
It hurts. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ric Flair's old. He probably should retire.
Yeah.
But he's a GOAT.
That's really exciting. You know, I've always been a huge Simpsons fan. So in the Simpsons panel in San Diego, they announced 2 Treehouse of Horror episodes. It'll be the first time that they kind of do 2 Treehouse of Horror episodes within the month of October. They always do their premiere in September. So in October, that's when they do their most famous episode, which is the Treehouse of Horror. But they announced that they'll be doing 2 of them because they just feel like one is never really enough. So the second one will be an actual episode focusing on one storyline, which is the It storyline, but done through Simpsons. And be obviously probably using Krusty the Clown as Pennywise. So
Sandy's passing on it.
just pass on all of that stuff. You have just recently released the Black Panther trailer, recently released Phase 5 of Marvel. I think the new Ant-Man as well was announced. Fantastic Four, the 2 new Avenger movies, which is going to be Avengers Secret Wars is one of them, and then the Kang Dynasty is another one. Disney Plus released a new trailer for something I can't remember.
She-Hulk.
Huh?
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk, yeah, She-Hulk.
And you know, I just had this conversation with your buddy Sandy, Justin over at GameStop. And I think we were in a synergetic opinion where we stated that it kind of just doesn't make sense to have those 2 storylines running at the same time, especially with a storyline as great as Secret Wars. I mean, it shouldn't be anything around it at this point. You should just isolate that story and just full throttle, that storyline to the Marvel universe. What do you think about that? I mean, how do you feel about this? I mean, Kang is a great character, but I don't think he's like a major character where I think people should. There's so many other villains they could have selected that they wanted to isolate one.
I mean, it's possible that the Kang Dynasty ends up. I don't know if they announced that it was a film or not. I don't know. I mean, it could be one of the streaming. Maybe if it is a film, maybe they're utilizing his storyline to create the timelines, and that's how they get to Secret Wars, or maybe that's how they get to using different Avengers because. Chris Evans has already made it known that he's done being Captain America. I don't know if, obviously Iron Man is out, and, so it may be time for all these guys and ladies to move on from the Avengers. So I think maybe this is a way to introduce a new Avengers. They use Kang. I have no idea. But I don't see all of them being in it. I think that even Chris Hemsworth was like, that's it, I've done Thor 1,000 movies, I think they're all kind of like done.
I'm just so over it, with the whole, I'm honestly, like for the last few months, I have been a movie buff, like just been watching so many movies without you guys. And I watched Thor. I thought it was a very cheesy movie that was only suitable for kids under 13. I fell asleep as per usual.
I mean, we know that.
it was boring. It was extremely boring. Marvel movies, I'm sorry, but it's the end. It's like Endgame, there's no end. It's annoying. Endgame, it's like there's more storyline to the Endgame. Like, just stop. Like leave on a high note. I am sick and tired of Marvel movies. There, I said it. Like, I'm gonna have so many haters out there.
I am sick and tired of Marvel movies. There, I said it. Like, I'm gonna have so many haters out there.
I'm gonna have to agree, with Sandy. I think that this Avengers piece is getting a bit watered down. But you have storylines like Secret Wars, or you can divert with Fantastic Four, X-Men, and you can create universes that build with those characters in this way. Because in the past, when you had X-Men movies or Fantastic Four movies, X-Men, a few of them were pretty good, but majority of them subpar. Fantastic Four just made you cry. Like I don't even want to discuss how horrendous some of those movies were. Move away from Avengers at this point. It's time.
I'm over Chris Hemsworth. I think at this point he's just taking a piss. He's really milking it. every interview, I mean, he's a fellow Australian, but every interview he liked to drop the line, founding father, like pioneer of the Marvel universe. Like, shut the F up. Like, I'm so over you. It's been like 12 years now. Like, stop milking it.
You know, obviously the director of the Love and Thunder, he's a great director. He's done some great films. You know, I haven't seen Love and Thunder yet, but you know, he's just got a different style about him, and maybe it worked for some people, maybe it didn't work for others. You know, I think he tried to make it a little bit child friendly on purpose, comedic and things like that. So I think, like Bobby said, I think the way to I think maybe this is possible that they're doing this in phase 6 or whatever, is they'll move away from Avengers, and then their new start is going to be X-Men, and then building that universe.
Oh my God.
And I think that's where we're starting fresh. Here's X-Men, and here's their whole world.
Please.
That's probably
that would be cool.
They're planning.
Yeah, and you know, you have Chris Claremont's run would be insane. It really would.
Last night, I ended up watching the new Russo brothers film, The Gray Man, which Chris Evans played a bad guy. It was fucking phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed it. One of my friends works for Scanline Special Effects. They worked on 740 sequence shots. So that was really, really cool. You guys should watch that movie. It's on Netflix now. I love Ryan Gosling more than Timothée Chalamet, which speaks volumes. So Ryan Gosling, that's shocking too, right? Ryan Gosling was the lead and Chris Evans was the villain. And it was such a good plot. And the special effects and the storyline, everything just for 2 hours and 10 minutes or 2 hours and 20 minutes, I didn't fall asleep once.
I haven't watched it. It looks good. But seeing them on the red carpet, I saw Ryan Gosling, I saw Chris Evans, and I saw Ana de Armas, the three of them on the red carpet. And I just looked at the two of them. And immediately I said, here's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. This is the new generation's Tom Cruise. Yes. I just felt that, like, when I looked at them, I'm like, these are these two guys that are good actors. They pick good movies. And I had that feeling in that of those two. And maybe there are other actors that are out there that are more the newer generations, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, but for some reason, I don't know why, when I saw them on the red carpet, that's what I thought of.
Right?
Isn't he Ken? And like, isn't there something going on? He's going to be Ken and Barbie. I don't know about that.
I think Greta Gerwig is going to be the director for that, and I'm looking forward to that because I love all her films. All
right, so we touched on Marvel, right? And we touched a little bit on con. So I'm definitely going to New York ComicCon. I know, you know.
Yay! I'm going to New York ComicCon as well.
Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah, I have tickets. Yeah.
Yes. So we got New York ComicCon down.
Imagine we're all going to a different day.
Right. We're going to go on the same dates, I'm sure.
We're going on a Saturday, right?
Yeah, definitely, right. For sure. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Bobby, what have you been up to?
Work.
Just work.
Work and ripping cards. That's been
ripping cards.
Work and ripping cards. So, but I do have a new, I got a new position, and I'm out the life safety and security world, and I got into the engineering world, and it's been fun so far. That's been focusing on that, and I purchased a lot of, and not even joking, quite a bit of NFL Prism. I hit every top card you could imagine in the retail section, right down to the checkerboard case hits. And I'm worn out and watered down by the product already. And I had 3 awesome packages that are lost in the mail that I'm waiting for. Trevor Lawrence Genesis, RPA, that's a rookie patch signature card from Phoenix for Zach Wilson, and a gold vinyl Green Bay Packer cards, and a out of 99 Brett Favre auto Prism
all
card.
Of these are lost.
3 packages, all sent back to the sender, and still waiting to see when they get it so I can pay them high money to get it expedited shipped back to me. And I'm very nervous that I'll never see those packages nor those wonderful hits that I was able to get from shipping rips and breaks ever again.
Full disclosure, I'm not going to go into the details, but it was kind of Bobby's fault.
Yeah, I mean,
where he was sending the products to and why they were lost. So we won't go there, but it's not.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say.
Did you do like wish.com?
Well, I sent it to an area where I sent it in the past that I'm no longer there, but I thought that I could have the right people there. And apparently my name doesn't mean anything anymore. Right? And they sent it back.
Doesn't exist. Return to sender.
One week later.
I see.
Which package would I want the most that I feel okay with losing the other two? Right? I really want the Trevor Lawrence Genesis, like so badly. The Zach Wilson RPA phenomenal card out of 35. Brett Favre, my favorite player of all time, but I have a few things in him. But that Genesis, I remember hitting it off a cello pack on a ship and rip, like a cello pack.
I'm kind of hurting just hearing this story. Because of you, Bobby, I have opted into my first live break. It's not going to happen for a little while because you still got like 20 spots to fill. And it looks like, as you mentioned, this hobby has become like not as interesting as it was during the pandemic. I think back then, people had nothing else to do but to watch TikTok and Instagram and get into live breaks. Now everyone have to go back to work or become unemployed. It's like no income coming in or whatever. They can't afford to have this hobby. So so I opted into his live break with Daily Sports. He seemed very reputable. He's got his own company. And I really like some of the stuff that he's done on the side. He's actually the owner of the Fan Stand,
awesome
which is a vending machine where you can go to the vending machine, pay for it, and the thing comes out in a conveyor belt. It doesn't break the corner, doesn't drop. It just rolled out and dispense to you. Like he had 3 or 4 vending machines on this cruise ship. Like what a brilliant idea. Like as a family, you're going to a cruise ship on a vacation and all you want to do is just like rip a pack with your son or daughter and you can just go to the vending machine.
He really thought it out. Yeah, he really thought it out. And he and I actually inquired about it. Did you inquire the price, which is pretty reasonable? He also connects you with retailers for the stock, Man, Daly just has it figured out. Like the guy created the only vending machine that safely discharges packs. Yeah. Instead of like,
you're really gonna get into. I'd be down with the.
Yeah, for sure. I actually want BackSpace Nerdz to have our own BackSpace Nerdz logo. Our little thing, and just have our favorite. Like mine is definitely going to be NBA, right? And yours is probably going to be NFL, and Anthony's probably going to be Funko Pop. So it's like very safely dispensing using this conveyor belt. Like it's so phenomenal. So cool. I only found this out yesterday as I was like scrolling through, and me, I'm like a sponge. When I looked at this, I was like, oh my god, this is what I want to do if I had some spare cash. There was something else I wanted to share with you guys. So I took the liberty to create a QR code for the BackSpace Nerdz family. I am very proud of this, but basically, have you guys tried it? Because Anthony haven't. Once you scan the QR code, it will take you directly to our YouTube playlist for all of the episodes.
So she's going to start putting stickers everywhere.
I'm going to put stickers everywhere. I'm going to roll this out onto my TikTok. As
you gotta
like
put it in the back of this card, like with
back of that card. It'll be easy access. People can just take a picture and then we can hand it out at NYCC.
Actually, awesome. Bobby, since you created that card, you should do that. With
yeah. I'll do that and I'll add the QR code. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
So we heard a little bit about what Sandy's up to. We heard a little bit about what Bobby's up to, the QR code, packs, new positions. So to give people a backstory, for those who know us, know that all 3 of us worked together in one location. And then I moved on, then Bobby moved on, and now Sandy moved on. So we're in 3 other locations in our own personal lives, but we still come together here. So, with that said, Sandy is, said what she's been up to. Bobby said what he's been up to. When I moved on, I took some time to work on my writing, to work on acting. I've done a couple of different background roles in acting. Some of them I signed non-disclosure agreements to, so I can't really talk about them maybe until it's maybe another month or so or whatever, then I could talk about them. For a video game, one of them, two of them were for shows that are coming out, and it's just background stuff, nothing really major. But my goal is to continue to put out my work, to go to a talent agency, and then further that. On the other side of that, I also started writing, and I worked with Bobby on creating a comic book. I wrote 6 comic books already.
In a month.
Within a month, I wrote 6 books. I won't go out with what the book is about, but it's something unique and different, that has to do with superheroes and villains and things like that, in a different type of universe. And so after I finished writing it, the next step was to get an artist to take those, scripts and bring them to life. So I'm going to display some of the pages so that the people, whoever's watching, can see what the artists have been working on. I think they have pretty much laid out the last communication I had with the artist. They laid out the last remaining pages, and they're just getting the tone and feel of the book. And I think within a week, they're going to come back to me with more pages and stuff like that. So I just have a few to show right now. After that, me and Bobby are going to try to pitch this to a major company and see where it goes from there. So,
and I'm going to try somehow get my name on the book.
You will. BSN.
Yeah, I can build a guild.
So can you guys see here?
Oh, that's beauty. Oh my goodness. What?
Good.
Look at what a
because I know the storyline, like this looks just even better,
Yeah. So the gentleman in the suit is the main protagonist. The female is the lead. As you can see from the first page on the left, that was the sample page that the artist did for me. After some adjustments that I gave the artist, they then came up with this as the finishing product, which for the price and for everything, and eventually I'll say the name of the artist and everything after this is all over, I think it's pretty damn good work.
It's absolutely stunning. Well done.
So the one on the right is a little bit like maybe the second or third page inside the storyline. As you can see from the bottom, a panel on the right side, there's some people flying. So you can see that superheroes are sort of like active within the. So this is.
Wow.
So this is obviously a war scene that's created on the left side. On the right side, these are doctors exposing and working on certain people. This one, the right side picture was finished. I just couldn't find it in time to put out. I also asked the artist to adjust some things on the left side regarding color and things like that. So this is sort of a panel that he's also currently working on to finish up as well. He just gave me these pictures. I'm going to just show them through my phone, and I'll just put them to the screen. I'll stop sharing.
I think you're revealing too much.
Why is it a big book? Yeah.
So this is one of the pages that he was revealed, like he revealed to me.
Oh my goodness! What great perspective! Yeah, like the just well done.
And then that was one of the last stuff.
Trust me, when this is done, you're gonna want to read this book. It's something that that there's many times where you look at an artist or in a writer's work and you say, man, how come I didn't come up with that? That's this times 3. That's this times 10. That's like it's good. It's a really good story. Anthony, you did a phenomenal job, writing this. The artwork is progressing well, and just be on the lookout. And I'm pretty confident where this is gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about it. It was a number of ideas that me and Bobby were kind of shooting back and forth with each other, and then that one was just a tagline. And then Bobby sort of heard it and was like, wait, what's that one again? And then like, he was like, dude, let's do that one, you know? And then I was like, okay. And then I started talking a little bit more, and then Bobby gave more of his opinion on it and gave me some ideas to sort of work with the tagline. And then that's how it sort of came about, you know? So
then Anthony went on a malicious rampage of 6 books in a month, which if you're listening to me, Marvel, DC, and anyway, it's like that, doesn't come very, it doesn't come very easily. So
he was writing quicker than I was reading him though. I was still on to like book 2, and he's like got 3 and 4.
Like, he's like, I get a text, and this is back when I was constantly always living with my phone next to me because of what I was doing, and I'll get a text at 3 o'clock in the morning. It'll be like, Anthony's like, I guess he did something, and I'll be like, what? He's still up? Like, this guy is writing.
Tenacity, man. Like, I don't know, just persistence. And this guy, like, I don't think you slept in that month.
I didn't. I mean, I was up like they said, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'd go to sleep at 7 in the morning, and it's not like a pain. It doesn't bother me. It actually, I can't go to sleep until it's finished, I guess, or I feel at least satisfied. With the book, it was hard because I keep writing until I get to a point where I'm like, all right, I think I end it on a certain note, and then I'm like, okay, if I start the next page and I start the next scenes, I'm gonna end up starting to write again. So I'm rather just stop right here, and then I'll like go to sleep. And in general, any artist for any kind of art form, they all know this. When you have the focus, it's like a snowball. You just going. But once you hit the block, they call it a writer's block, but it's an artist block. Once you have an artist block, you're hurt for what could feel like forever. So you want to take advantage when you have that snowball effect and just keep on going as much as you can, So I guess that's it. We this is all of what we've been up to, all of what we've been doing. A little bit about a topic of discussion for myself, Sandy Kirkman, Bobby Torres. Sandy, who goes first? I don't remember. Oh, Bobby goes first. Bobby, tell us your handles.
Yeah, it's pack code TCGO comic books _N_art.
Okay. Sandy?
Find me on TikTok. I don't really do Instagram anymore.
Oh my God.
Same name, 2 ND pants, second pants, all BackSpace Nerdz with a Z.
Is BackSpace Nerdz on TikTok?
Yes, we don't have any followers at the moment.
Of course we don't. I guess I could put all of that there. And then for myself, it's Anthony Pizarro _. That's on Instagram and Twitter, but I'm probably going to get TikTok, and it's probably going to be the same handle as well. Eventually, I'll do that and do stupid videos of that. And then at BackSpace Nerdz, of course. Continue to subscribe, like, and share. And that's it for BackSpace Nerdz. We will see you in the future.
Nerds out with the Z.
With a Z.